take this off now. Can you hear?
No.
So nothing, you can't hear anything from here.
Could you get the caretaker to come in here? We've got a problem with the audio equipment.
Hi, Mommy. How are you?
There, I've got it.
Sorry?
Now. No, that's like a recording. That's what you just said.
Okay. So it's a delay, but
Might be.
the trouble is...
But is there no audio, Joanne? That's
Yeah, no,
No, there
suddenly
is,
the
because I've
audio's
taken it
come on.
off.
But it's delayed. It's a bit delayed.
There's a delay, but the audio's on now.
I just heard what you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
so you can hear.
That's why it's not turned on.
Brilliant. Okay, problem solved. We've solved it. David solved it. David solved it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, just need to get Alfie.
Great. Perfect.
Okay, good.
Romy, sorry.
I mean, if you probably say Alfie, yeah. Are you guys in contact?
Alfie!
When you see them, you wear masks.
Yeah, so Alfie needs to stay a certain distance. You okay?
Yeah.
There are people on there.
Yeah, so just put it on the seat behind you.
Right, Alfie, you're there. Okay. You need to tell me how happy you are.
I think just try and obviously you can be close, but not uptight. No.
Okay, alright. Just no colour. Is that how far away you want to stay?
Mum, are you going to say when you're going to pick it? Don't really want that in the picture, do you?
I'll tell you what. Alfie, you take a step forward. Another step forward. Another step forward. Step. A bit more. There. Right. Just go in a tiny bit there. There. Perfect. Just stay there for me. Okay, big smile. Okay, guys, look at me.
Ava, move out the way. Go stand here. Go across. Go
Just come forward a tiny bit. There you go. Come out a little bit. There. That's it. Just forward over that way a little bit. There. Okay. Okay. Alfie, put your hand in your pocket again. Put your feet that way. Bit more, bit more. There. Hold it. Just come in a tiny bit. There. Come forward a tiny bit, not you, Alfie. There. Okay, guys, look at me. Hold it. Lovely. Thank you.
Okay, then. Let's go.
Yeah, you need the other.
We just want to try and get it all done, and then if you've got time, then you can do more. Chantal. Thank you, Steve. James, just while they're standing here, why don't we have me in the photo as well as okay? Just with your son, yeah? Just with your son.
Okay. Okay. Just move over that way a tiny bit. Do you want to hide your mask at the back? Okay. And everyone look at me.
Okay.
Lovely.
Right, Monique, Chantal, Alfie, Ariane, Abel. Alfie. Monique and Chantal, do you want to do it on the steps of the two
I
guys?
think the steps might be better.
Yeah. That'd be done. Well, just we're in a rush, we want to get done by 6. James, you want to go, there's 7 or 8 directions now.
Okay.
Okay, right. Take your mask off.
Right. Okay. Guys, let's have... Okay,
Just
let's have...
emotional.
You guys stand...
Just listen to the man.
I'll just hide this.
Don't stand next to one. Right. I need to try and keep this...
So Monique, Chantal, Abel, be close. And
Right. Okay. Alfie, take a step back. That's it. Let's sort of scatter. You need to...
Abel, you go up to Alfie.
Abel here. Here. There.
Okay, it's amazing that we're here at all, really.
Okay. I think that works. Come forward a tiny bit. Yeah. Keep it there.
He's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry. Oh, that's it.
Hold it.
Okay, and then while we're just the kids.
Yeah, I'd really like Alfie to be... Stay there. I'd really like Alfie to be a bit closer. Alfie.
Abel and Alfie.
Alfie, you stand there. Right. Okay.
Stand in
Here you go. Abel.
6 o'clock.
That's it. No, actually, Abel, you go back there. Go back there. Right, Abel, bit more that way. There. Okay. Hold it. One more.
Right. Mum and Dad take your seats, that's going to start. And the rest of you obviously stay there, and then we've got to get going.
Okay.
Hi, Larry. I just put it like this.
Oh, just that's it. And then Dad, can you just come out and see a photo?
Yeah, do you know what, Ariane? Just there. Up and snap. That way. Abel, just put your hand in your pocket again. Cool. Charles' pocket. Okay. Cover that baby, girls. That way. Bit more. No, yeah, you're there. Right. Ariane, go down a step. There. Trying to get over that way. There. Ariane, that way a bit. Okay. Okay, guys, look at me. Okay. Aidan, go and sit down. Sit.
Oh, you're so handsome.
Okay, guys, look at me. Come on. Okay, thank you.
Are you ready? Excited? Right in the air for some reason.
I think they've just changed all the lockdown restrictions in the north now. I think that was just announced.
Right, Alfie.
So I think the rate's going down and the virus is definitely
Please, you guys should start on the middle or just sit here. Did you start? Okay, Alfie, you just sit on the edge. So you have to sit here.
Shabbat shalom, everyone, and welcome to Alfie's Bar Mitzvah. Very warm welcome to you all. Please be seated as quickly as you can, because we do need to get on with it in order to bring Shabbat in time. We have this Friday night service following Alfie's Bar Mitzvah, and they need to disinfect the shul afterwards, so we need to get on with it. Once again, on behalf of Rabbi Friedman and myself, a very warm welcome to you all to Alfie's Bar Mitzvah. If you are able to keep your face coverings on at all times, it will be appreciated. It's worth being the cousin just not to have to wear one of these, but I will try when I'm not singing. So on behalf of Suzanne and Richard, welcome to you all, welcome to family and friends, and welcome to the myriads that are watching online. I hope you can hear me and see me, and you'll be in on all the action. So without further ado, welcome to our hosts, Suzanne and Richard.
Hello, welcome to Alfie's Bar Mitzvah. As these grey hairs attest, I've been a father for quite a few years, but Alfie, of course, is my first son. And when you have a son, you know one day you're going to have a bar mitzvah to celebrate. And whenever it was that Alfie's bar mitzvah first came onto our agenda, there was no way this is what we envisaged, standing in shul before Shabbat on hand or being worn as well.
Thank you so much for the service wherever you are watching. We wish you could all be with us in synagogue, but wherever you are, we are so pleased you are with us one way or another. That includes my brother and his family, who unfortunately can't be here as he is busy on the front line dealing with heart patients with COVID.
This was supposed to be the start of our B'nai Mitzvah weekend, where I managed to actually show my face after 16 weeks on the road, crisscrossing the globe to reunite with my family in obviously a special occasion. Well, we all know Ariane's bar mitzvah has been put on hold until May, and until a couple of weeks ago, the family couldn't get rid of me. So the pandemic, as we know, has thrown the world upside down, but ironically, it's allowed me personally to actually spend more time in the family home. There's an upside to everything, eh?
From deciding as a toddler to go shopping around Brent Cross on his own, the Apple shop didn't even exist back then, through his various obsessions, his artistic talent, his scientific analysis, and his devouring of books in a day, Alfie does everything his way. There is little deviation.
This is a young man so strong-willed and determined, so certain in his own way of thinking. As parents, it can be a tad frightening and also amazing as well. But you know what? Not for 1 second have we been worried about him learning his bar mitzvah parashah. Not wanting to add every confidence you're going to prove us right in the coming minutes. And for someone who I've just said is certain in his way of thinking and set in his way, he's proved throughout this bar mitzvah period a real flexibility, from agreeing to sharing his big weekend with his sister to adapting to the moving situation because of coronavirus. And can I also mention his mother at this point as well, because as if trying to run a business wasn't, well, enough really, Suzanne has decided to add another business as well to her task, and organising a COVID bar mitzvah as well along the way, so she doesn't stop from morning to night. And I know Alfie, like all of us, appreciates everything you do.
We are so proud of you and we love you so much, Alfie. Of course, I wish my dad and Alfie's grandpa Ellis was here to watch his first grandchild on such a special family occasion. But of course, we are blessed that both Richard's parents and my mum are here to share the moment with us, along with all our friends and family watching here and online all over the world, from America and Israel, and even as far away as Liverpool and Manchester. A big thanks to David Peters for being our cameraman extraordinaire for this occasion. We hope you enjoy the service, whether here in synagogue or watching on Facebook Live.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Baruch haba b'shem Adonai v'yirachnuchem mibeis Adonai. Hodu Adonai ki tov, hine olam echasto. Hodu Adonai ki tov, hine olam echasto. So Baruch haba b'shem Hashem. Welcome to you all in the name of the Lord. On behalf of Rabbi Friedman and myself, I have to say this is really exciting for us to have a simcha in shul, where we can be joined by family and friends. So we have to say a huge thank you to you, Alfie, for bringing everyone out here on Erev Shabbos to be celebrating with you. It's an excitement for us, and it means that the world is coming back and getting back to where it was. It's taking time, but steps like this are very encouraging. So we begin by taking the Sefer Torah out of the ark, and therefore I'll ask everyone to stand, please. Vayehi v'neso Aharon vayomer Moshe Kuma Adonai ve'yafotzo oivecha ve'yanusu nesanecha mipanecha Im Mitzyon teiseh Romamu Adonai Eloheinu Vishtachavu lahar kodesho Hikadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Please be seated.
He's doing Chamishi.
Okay, will you find a place for him?
Okay. That's good.
To do Chamishi and
Yeah. Maftir and Haftar. The nap brushes. Kitabov Karamri. You tell us, yeah? Yeah, I had it before.
You want the tallis?
Yeah.
Suzanne, you just bring the tallis for me.
That was the one that you were wearing before. That's it. Okay, so Kitabov Karamri.
So this week's Torah reading that Alfie is about to sing for us is called Kitetse, a beautiful parasha sedra packed full of mitzvot. I think something like, is it 74 mitzvahs?
Yes.
74 mitzvahs. 74 of the 613 mitzvot in this week's sedra. And Alfie is going to be reading Chamishi, which is section number 5, Maftir and Haftorah. We're going to dedicate this aliyah, this portion that he is about to read, to Grandma Gwen. This is being dedicated to you, Grandma Gwen, Chamishi of Parshas Kitetse on Alfie's Bar Mitzvah. Mazel Tov to you.
Hello, and welcome to my Bar Mitzvah. This week's reading is Ki Tetzei. It contains 74 commandments and more mitzvah, in fact, the Torah portion. I'll be reading some of the sections of the Parsha. Chamishi is the 5th portion. This section details the right of field workers to eat from the produce they are harvesting. The Torah then briefly discusses the marriage and the bill of divorce. Ki tavo b'em re'echa va'achalta anavim k'nafshecha sov'echa ve'el kauyecha lo titen ki tavo b'kamat re'echa v'katafta melilot biyadecha v'chemesh lo tanif al kamat re'echa ki yeka ish isha uva'ala v'haya im lo nav ki matzah ervat davar v'cha tavla sefer karitut v'natan b'yada v'shilcha mebeito v'yatza'a mebeito v'halacha v'hayata le'eshacher u'sanea ha'esh ha'acharon v'cha tavla sefer karitut v'natan b'yada v'shilcha mebeito chi yamut ha'esh ha'acharon asher lekacha lo le'isha lo yuchal ba'ala harishon asher shelecha lashuv lechata leyot lo leisha acharei asher hutama ki to'eva hi lifnei Adonai velo tachati et haaretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha nachala.
Deep break.
A beautiful start. Well done, Alfie, on a wonderful laning of Chamishi.
Get ready for the next one for you.
And a big mazel tov once again to Grandma Gwen. We now do a special prayer for you, Gwen. Do you know your Hebrew name? It doesn't matter if you don't.
She can't hear.
No, she can't hear.
Your mum's Hebrew name, do you know it?
Gittel, that's okay. Misha Beirach, Havosein Abramos Yaakov, Yorech, Esafta Gittel, B'yesem Nechto, Habachar Habar Mitzvah, and Alfie's Hebrew name? Abraham Yaakov ben Ramoshe, V'yishlach Baracha, V'yaslach, V'chol Masirim Gris V'necham, V'nomar, Amen, Mazel Tov. And now we're going to move on to the maftir section of the Sedra. These are the last 3 pesukim, the last 3 verses of Kitetse. And they are being dedicated to Grandma Sheila and Grandpa Mikey. These are being dedicated to you on Alfie's Bar Mitzvah, a huge and warm Mickey, isn't it? Mickey, Sheila and Mickey. Mazel Tov to you on Alfie's Bar Mitzvah. Here comes Muftin.
Mazel Tov. Okay.
I will now read the Muftir, which is the final 3 verses of the Parsha. The reading ends with the mitzvah to remember Amalek's evil deed, ambushing their Israelites on their way from Egypt. Amalek is a nation that was the enemy of the Israelites. This portion is customarily read on the Shabbat before Purim, as Haman was a direct descendant of Amalek. Zachor et asher asa lecha Amalek baderech v'tzetechem mitzrayim asher karchar baderech v'yizanev b'cha kohanech eshalim acharecha v'ata ayef v'yagea v'lo yare Elohim v'haya v'haniya Adonai Elohecha lecha mikolo yavecha misaviv ba'aretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha nachala l'rishta timche et secher Amalek mitachat hashamayim lo tishkach.
Mazel Tov on a wonderful maftir. Mazel Tov to Shirley and Mickey, grandparents of our Bar Mitzvah Alfie. And here is a special prayer for you. Misha Beirach, Avosein Avramos Yaakov, and Yubarech Es. Mickey's
Sheila, Mickey. Mordechai. Yeah, you know yours, yeah.
Sarah. V'yes nechto Avram Yaakov ben Ramoshe v'kol mishpachto v'yishlach baracha v'yahastach b'chol ma'asidon v'chol Yisrael echav v'nomar Mazel Tov Shani Mickey Mazel Tov. Yes. And now I'm going to ask you to stand again as we lift up the Torah.
I'm going to sit down on the side.
No, you're just going to put it back.
Okay.
Vezos haTorah asher som Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. You may be seated.
I'll do it. Is there a brief to you what your program says?
Everything
You can get his book, that'd be great. And then can you just put the comment for me?
If you can't find it afterwards.
So after the wonderful laning of Chamishi and Maktir, Alfie is going to read his Haftorah.
You've got an intro about you. No, you haven't. Okay, from here. Finger on the place.
Roni yakara lo yalada, pitchi rina b'tzachali lo chala, ki rabim b'nei shomei mach, meb'nei v'ula, amar Adonai, charchivi mekom aholech, v'riot ishkanotayich, yatu al tasochi, A'arichi metarayich, v'tedotayich, chazeiki, ki amin usamal tifrotzi, v'zarech goyim yirash, na'arim neshamot yoshivu, al tiri ki lo tevoshi, v'alatik alami ki lo tachpiri, ki v'shet alamayit tishkachi, v'cherpat al manutayich, lo tizkariod, ki ba'alayich osayich, Adonai tzevaot shemo, v'go'alech kadosh Yisrael, Elohech ol haaretz yikareh, ki cha'esha azuva, va'atzuvat ruach karach Adonai, v'eshet na'urim, Ki tima'es amar Elohayich, v'rega katon azavtich, u'v'rachamim gedolim akabetzech, b'shetzef ketzef, histarti fanai, rega mimech, u'v'chesed olam richamtich, amar go'alech Adonai, ki me Noach zotli, Asher nishbati, me'avor, me'noah, od al haaretz, ken nishbati, meketzof alayich, umegorbach, ki harim yamushu, v'hagavaot temutena, v'chasti, me'etech lo yamush, Uverit Shilomi lo tamut, Amar merachamech Adonai.
Tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sinner tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sinner tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sinner tova, yeah. You're not on the floor getting your sweet. Huh?
Please be seated. Alfie, now you have to go up there in the pulpit. Okay? That's not your speech. You're being spoken to. Okay?
Alfie, Alfie.
Can you put it on there afterwards?
Yeah, sure. Sometimes I'm speaking in a bit. Mazel tov, Alfie, on what a wonderful laning. How fabulous. You know, this is such a fantastic occasion, and I know it's not easy, and I'm trying to even get to be able to see all the grandmas. Actually, maybe it's even better if I speak from here. That way everybody can see me, and Alfie's up there. As you'll notice, in non-COVID situations, I will be right up next to the bar mitzvah boy because of social distancing. This is why I am here and masked. But I hope everybody can hear me loud and clear. So mazel tov, Alfie. I want to wish a hearty mazel tov to Suzanne and Richard. Mazel tov, mazel tov. To grandparents, to Mickey and Sheila, to Gwen. And of course, Gwen, we know, and Alfie, we know that Grandpa Ellis is very much with us. Ellis of blessed memory is here shepherding nachas from you today, very much in the room and getting so much spiritual elevation from your incredible laning today. Also, I want to wish a hearty mazel tov to your siblings, to Monique and Chantal, to Ariane and Abel. Mazel tov, mazel tov. Mazel tov to the entire family. You know, you mentioned the abundance of mitzvot that we have in this week's parasha. I'm going to give you one of the enigmatic mitzvot about being in a field. You see, when it comes to plowing, the Torah says in this week's parasha that one may not plow with a donkey and an ox at the same time. Now, why not? Who cares? So, it's a donkey, it's an ox. Listen to what our sages say. Our sages say the Torah is so concerned for the feelings of even these animals that the donkey would see the ox so strong and say, well, the ox would see the donkey able to just pull the cart, the plow, and never stop. And at the same time, the donkey would see the ox, and the ox chews its cud. So once it's eaten the grass, it continues for a while to continue to eat. So it would see the ox eating the grass saying, that's not fair. How come he's having his lunch already? And so the Torah says we don't put the donkey and the ox together. While the donkey has the strength to draw the plow, the ox seems like it's acting like it's eating. Now I bring this idea for you because, of course, this idea of drawing and acting are two things that you excel at, Alfie. You love to draw, your sketches are amazing, your acting is blossoming, and it's here right in the parasha. It's here in the Torah. When it comes to the drawing and the acting, I want to explain to you today how you can take these talents that you have and be able to use them in your service of the Almighty, service of heaven for the rest of your life. What's drawing? Drawing, you sketch things on paper, but what does the drawing of the donkey when he pulls the plow? I'm asking you today, Alfie, to draw people along with you in acts of kindness, acts of goodness. Draw people to greater inspiration. When you draw out the best in people. May that always be your inspiration in life. And when it comes to acting, you know, many people sit back and let things happen for them. I'm asking you today to be an activist, to act, not just on the stage, but on the stage of life, to be able to make a difference, to be able to inspire the world, change the world. That's what acting truly is. And I have no doubt that you will be able to draw and you will be able to act and make a difference because your parents, Suzanne and Richard, are people who are able to draw and act. And what do I mean? Richard, the way that you always draw a crowd of hundreds of thousands, millions of people across the globe watching you as you explain what the golf game is about. And let me tell you, Alfie, I know Abel is a little more of a fan of watching the dad on TV, but it's a huge feat. You know, you need a lot of patience to play golf. You need golf. But to be able to actually explain to everybody and fill in the blanks while everybody's just waiting for that golf game to happen, that's the ultimate. I say if you can draw the crowds the way Dad draws the crowds, you will truly go places in life. And Mom, a woman of action. Like Richard said, to be able to take your business, your bookkeeping business, and then add another business to it, and do your own research across the globe to make this, the next big thing. Friends and family, the next big thing, these silks, Suzanne silks, this is action. We're all looking forward to it. And of course, we're looking forward to Alfie, the great things that you're going to do in your life. So on behalf of Hampstead Garden Suburb Synagogue, Rabbinate Batya and myself, Chazan Avrami, and the entire Norrisley family, I offer you your Siddur and Chumash, the tools that will allow you to draw and act and make the greatest of your mission here in this world. Mazel tov.
Please rise as we return the sacred Torah to the ark.
My dear Alfie, Mazel Tov, I'm so happy to be here today. You were my first grandson, in fact, my first grandchild, and have watched you grow from a small baby to a tall boy, tall young man, who is so special to me and whom I love so much. I now look forward to seeing you mature and progress in the coming years. This is the start of your life as a man. I hope all your dreams materialize, and most importantly, you're fulfilled and find much happiness from whichever path you choose. I know you will succeed in whatever that is. It's sad that Grandpa Ellis is not here to watch and listen to you sing your bar mitzvah. He would have been so proud. The tallis that you are wearing in shul is the tallis that Grandpa wore when we got married. And it would have given him much pleasure and satisfaction to know that his grandson was wearing it for his bar mitzvah. Alfie, I'm really proud of you today and congratulate you for the excellent way you have recited your bar mitzvah. And I also want to wish your mum and dad, Suzanne and Richard, Mazel Tov. I know they have so looked forward to today and are relieved that we can all be here for this celebration. They are so proud of you and love you very much. Alfie, I want you to know I am always here for you and happy to listen to whatever you may wish to talk about. I hope you continue with your guitar lessons because listening to you practice on FaceTime provided me with some much-needed light entertainment over the past few months. I've always enjoyed also seeing some of your super artwork. Finally, Mazel Tov again, and I love you and wish you all you wish for yourself in the future years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandma Gwen. May you have much joy and numbers always from Alfie. And now please give a very warm welcome to grandparents Shirley and Mickey. Sheila and Mickey.
Oh, you survey.
Our dear Alfie, you are our third grandson and the seventh of our 9 grandchildren. You're named after Papa Mickey's father, your great-grandfather, Alfie Kaufman. Grandpa Alf was lovingly known by all the family as Grandpa Shonkite. That's how he pronounced Shankite, but he always said my Shonkites. And that's derived from a Yiddish term of affection that he gave his grandchildren. He was such a lovely man with a great sense of humour, which we call the Kaufman humour. And those Kaufmans will know what I mean. Your Papa Mickey and your dad followed your great-grandpa with their humour, and now so do you. Alfie, with your wonderful, quirky sense of fun. You're also, as everyone's mentioned, you are an excellent artist, so I do have to mention that, and you're an accomplished actor with a great stage presence. You really do show that when you perform. As you have today, performing your Pasha. As you have today, your dear parent, you've made us all so proud because you've been amazing, excellent laning of the Pasha, and you've made your dear parents, us, and all the family, and everyone who's watching all over the world so proud of the excellent laning you've made. We know there is much more to come from you, please God, in the future, and we love you very, very much. And you're our Shankite, Alfie Kaufman.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Sheila and Mickey. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful partnership. Sheila does the talking and Mickey does the crying. Wonderful. We should have tears of joy for many, many, many years. Okay, I think we are now going to hear, I'm going to read the names so that I don't get them wrong. It's Arino Welcome.
Alfie is our big brother, although sometimes I feel that he is my younger brother. From jumping out of my cot and breaking his arm, throwing away my doll's clothes out of the car window, poor naked Dora the Explorer, to getting stuck in the toilet and the fire brigade having to come round, it has definitely not been dull to have a brother like Alfie. This Sunday could have been my bat mitzvah, and I was really looking forward to what could have been a special B'nai Mitzvah weekend for the two of us, but hopefully we will get to celebrate both together at the start of May.
Alfie, you are my big brother. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know how to say the phrase. one more chance or 10 more minutes, and I wouldn't know how to annoy Ariane and how to get out of being punished.
Surprised to see you joining. You were so great just now singing your bar mitzvah, but we didn't expect anything different. We love you very much, and although it might be a bit different, we hope you have a very special weekend.
Mazel tov, Alfie!
Well done, Ariane's speech. Before I sing my finale song, which is going to be actually the first song that I'm singing this season, which is connected to Rosh Hashanah, our new year, which is coming up in just a few weeks' time, where we ask God, Asei Imanu Tzedakah V'Chesed, that God should do kindness and give us good times ahead. That's our blessing to you, Alfie, to Suzanne, to Richard, to Gwen, to Sheila, to Mickey, and to all the family. I need to make a particular mention to Uncle Andrew and Auntie Lucy, who are watching, who are doing tremendous work for the NHS, and that's why they can't be here in person, and also to cousins Harvey and Anya. Is it?
Yes, you got it.
Yes? All the names are right?
All perfect, yeah.
Harvey? I said that.
He said that.
Okay. I've got all the names. Normally by the end of the ceremony I get to know all the names. But a big mazel tov to you all, and if you know the song, do hum along and sing along. I'm not really allowed to ask you to sing because apparently we're not allowed to sing in closed spaces, but you know what I mean. Sing from the heart. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Aleinu Valeinu, V'yein Levanu Ma'asim, Asei Imanu, Tzedakah V'Chesed, Asei Imanu, Tzedakah V'Chesed, Be'oshi'enu. Which leads us to hear final words from our bar mitzvah. Let's hear it for Alfie.
Hello. Well, it's a shame I have to spend an hour away from my iPad, but I suppose it's for a good cause. As much as I thought I'd be singing today in front of a packed synagogue, me and my peers are having bar mitzvahs like no other. In a way, it makes today even more special. It's like you're all an exclusive audience. Mum and Dad, I know how much you love me, and that I love you, and that I also find you annoying. Mum is always looking out for me, and Dad is great, and it was a bit of a relief to see you back on the road too. I know I said I found you annoying, but the good news is I don't find you as annoying as Ariane and Abel, my little sister and brother. Ariane, I'm sorry you have to delay your bat mitzvah, but I can't wait for us to celebrate both this bar mitzvah and your batty next year with a party in May. Abel, I know you look up to me. In fact, I've grown up so much in the last 6 months that a lot of people look up to me now. You're a little sweetie, most of the time. I love you both as I do my elder sisters, Monique and Chantal. It's fantastic that Grandma Gwen, Grandma Sheila, and Papa Mickey are all in the synagogue today. I know it's a very big deal given everything that's going on. Thank you for everything you said earlier. I love going to Bushy to see Grandma and Papa and go through their array of chocolate biscuits, even if that had been from the garden recently. And I love my FaceTime chats with Grandma Gwen, when I can tell you about anything, especially when I'm in trouble. I wish Grandpa Ellis could have been here too, but I'm sure he's watching down on the stool. Avromi, thank you for everything you're doing today. You've been brilliant, nearly as good as me. Rabbi Friedman, thank you for everything you said and for inviting all our family for lunch this week. And if it weren't for Svi and all his help teaching me, none of this would have been possible. Stay safe and healthy. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. If you're here tomorrow, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you sometime soon, and may I take this opportunity to wish you all Shalom. One more thing I need to ask. If you're going to schmooze and socialize, which is good, you need to do it outside because they need to sanitize the whole shul before the service gets going. So make your way out there right into the courtyard. The Muslims